Hello, everybody.
Hi, Carl.
Oh, well, hi, everybody. I'm the Orange Peanut. That there was Grody. You got Icehouse, and over there reading up on the stats. Right there is the commish. We are the Duff Pick'em All Stars, and we are here to give you fantasy football advice for your betting reasons, for your fantasy football winning reasons, for your entertainment, for if you are subscribed to us. Right now we have 3 subscribers. We've had 3 subscribers for the last 9 months, and we really appreciate those 3 subscribers who may just very well be people that are in our audience. I mean, in our fantasy football group and everything like that. But let's talk a little bit about what the football was last week, what was happening last week. We go to stats with Commish. Let's go, Commish.
Let's see, John, you led the week with 58 points, followed by me with 52, Kevin with 51, Eric with 48, Boss with 41, Tommy with 40, and Stan bringing up the rear with 36 points.
Oof.
Oh, shit. Hang on a second. Let's see. Stan was the only one who got Washington right. Boss was the only one who got Indianapolis right. Tommy was the only one that got Miami wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed another one. Boss, you were the only one that got Atlanta right. That was one I thought I had picked Atlanta. Let's see, Miami wrong for Tommy. Everybody else got Minnesota right. I was the only one that got the Giants right. John was the only one that got Pittsburgh right. Stan was the only one that got Arizona wrong. And John was the only one that got Denver right.
Yes. Yes, that was a come-from-behind victory. I looked at that and I was like, "Man, there is a chance." And I just want to point that out, just because
it's not a come from behind victory.
It was a come from. I was in 3rd place, and you guys, if you guys had all won with who was the other, Los Angeles, you guys I would have easily been left in the dust by easily.
Yeah, but Eric would have won the week.
That's true. But at the same time, you guys were giving me so much crumb last week for picking Denver, like literally laying it on me here, and I got lucky. And my Denver choice made me get ahead of, which I was in 3rd place before.
You got lucky that Russell Wilson got further injured in the second half of that game.
Yeah, we also got lucky that Pittsburgh somehow played a game against the Bucs.
That's right. That's right.
That's where your real luck came from.
That's
those 14 points. You're still at 44.
That's right. That's right. My strategy is bad, but sometimes even the stupid person gets lucky once in a while. Even a dead clock lands on 12 twice a day. And that's what I did with that there. Before we get into all the overall stats with that there, let's do an overview of the groups with that. Where are we overall with the league, Commish?
I should also note that there were 8 underdog picks and 6 favorites were the right.
Another one where the 8.
I didn't get to update my spreadsheet, so I can't tell you what the percentages are on the season. But as for the overall so far, Kevin is in the lead with 391 points. John, you're second with 350. I got 342. Eric's 317. Stan is 311. Tommy is 306, and Boss is still in last with 298.
All right.
Good job, Boss.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Tommy has 9 less correct picks than you, and is 8 points ahead of you. And he almost always misses his 1-point pick.
Oh, man.
System 26.5G, huh, Boss? Is that what's happening there?
I think Stan and Boss. Stan is missing being here, and Boss is missing Stan being here, because I feel like when Stan is here, Boss and Stan picks kind of are pretty similar, so they end up getting the same amount of points, and Boss picks a little bit better.
I think that's a good point. Actually, that's a really
But I don't know that their picks are necessarily similar. I think Boss very often, especially with Stan sometimes with some of his picks, he'll go against him, and that's where he shines.
Yeah,
he gets that 1 or 2 per week where he's like, "Oh, shove it, Stan, this is going to happen," and it ends up being right, and that's the big difference is what he's missing.
I miss having Stanable here.
Your system is being hacked, Boss. I also miss the Skins being here. Yeah.
All right, I'm feeling it tonight, this week, though.
Is it still System 26.5G, or has it been revised?
But
Yeah, last week you went to K, you remember?
Are we at K?
Yeah, we're at K now.
Oh, 26.5K, excuse me. So it's minor revision.
I like the last plan. I'm gonna go back to the original strategy here.
Yeah.
OG.
Version 1? No way.
Oh, man. I ran in,
Will it even boot up properly?
get a floppy disk. Well, even then, raise your glasses to this week's winner. I actually got a can of Daisy Cutter for this one here. So raise your go to the orange peanut with this here and my stupid dumb luck. And that's really what it is. In all seriousness, I probably make decisions that are half spirited and maybe like a quarter based on actual real statistics. These guys are the ones that are making smart decisions. So I'm actually I'm not cheering to myself. I'm cheering to my companions who make the better decisions that I very much like to listen to. Cheers, fellas. Much appreciated. But I do agree with you, Grody. I got completely lucky with the Steelers and with Denver. Those were two that just did not look like they were supposed to win at all with that. So those were the games I think that really kind of put me ahead for this week here. But let's talk about this week. Week 7, I get to pick 2 games, and the first game that I picked is a game.
And you weren't here when I was going over. I could have swore I had picked Indianapolis, and I had Jacksonville, and that was a 13-point game for me. So that was the only one when I was watching the games throughout the nooner there. I was just watching the scores go by, and I was just like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not looking, but I vaguely remember, because it's not like I can change who I have at this point, or the points for that matter. But I could have swore I had Indianapolis, so when they came back and won because they were down early to Jacksonville, I was like, oh, sweet, awesome. Like, nope, turns out you wanted Jacksonville to win that game.
Yeah.
Fucking completely just over my head. And the other thing I'm going to start keeping track of is, so the pick distribution on the right, when you're scrolling down, you'll see the favorite in green and the underdog in red. There is something to, I think it's somewhere right around the 70% mark is where I have been sort of noting in the past. If the underdog has chipped away enough that the favorite is being picked by less than 70%. So in this current week, right, you see New Orleans, Atlanta, Detroit, Indianapolis, Carolina, the New York again, the other New York, let's see, who else? Seattle, and then Pittsburgh, all of which I don't know what the percentages lean, but it seems like if it's below 70, the favorite is going to be the correct pick in those matchups.
Baby, did you not upload week 6?
Week 6?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I didn't. Oh, shoot.
I was trying to go back because when Joe kept saying that he swears he picked India, I was honestly like, you know what? I thought he did too. Because I swear I remember you saying you would pick it Jacksonville if it was at Jacksonville, but because it's at Indy, you were taking Indy. And I wanted to go watch the video real quick on YouTube, but it's not even up there.
Damn it, sorry. I will get it uploaded before I forgot. Sorry, I completely forgot to do that. So I will do that after this video is done.
No wonder our subscribers aren't growing.
Seriously. Seriously, someone contact the OPN. Charles Barkley, get going on that one right now.
But yeah, now that you said that a second time, Joe, you're 100% right. I remember you saying that last week.
Ooh.
And yet I clicked on Jacksonville anyway.
Yeah.
The attraction of a Miles Jackless Jags is really the...
Fucking biff that one.
Speaking of biff, my first game is a pretty good biff. I chose to talk about 2 games, the first one being the Jets at Denver. So, a little history first. Denver leads the series 22-16 with 1 tie. They've been going at each other since the 1960s, when the Jets were known as the Titans. I learned something kind of interesting. So, the Jets, the Titans, the Giants, both football and baseball, and the Yankees all used to play in one stadium. That when I looked at what the Polo Grounds looked like Wrigley Field looks like it's actually like baseball field. The Polo Grounds looks like it's really wedged close in a block. Like it's something like 265 feet to a home run in left and right field. It's a very strange looking stadium. So if you get a chance to be able to look at that. But then again, the real game against the Jets and Broncos started in 1964 when the Jets were renamed the Jets and they started playing in Shea Stadium with the Mets. So one of the things I found kind of funny about this game is the weather forecast. So it's calling for some light rains with a high of 77 and a low of 35. You gotta love Denver weather with that. Like, why don't you just say, I don't know what it's going to be. Currently it's in a 3-point favor for Denver with that. I'm pretty sure that's just home team advantage with that. Over-under is 39.5, so it's under that. 92% of most fans across the board are going for the Jets. In Yahoo, it's 72% going for the Jets with 5.8 for Denver, 5.5. So not a high point spread that's going between these here. But I think the real thing that we want to focus on here is it's the battle of the Wilsons. And this is what happens when two sloppy-looking offenses kind of meet each other with this. Now, if Wilson plays on Denver with it, this will take away some of what's known with this here. But, I mean, in all seriousness, you have Zach Wilson, who is coming in with a quarterback rating of 30.5, and Russell Wilson, who last game he had has a quarterback rating of 35.6 on the whole for 2022, both these for 2022. The strange thing, though, is that the Jets do not have a majority of injured players as of right now, with a couple of exceptions here and there. If you were to look at the depth chart right now of the Jets, there are very few injured players, most especially on their defense. And I think this is where it's going to be a little bit hard for Denver to make kind of a pass with this one here. There's a couple of injured folks. Jets have an injured wide receiver, Rodney Adams. Broncos have an injured wide receiver, Javonte Williams with it. The Jets do have Grease Lightning. He is now the main running back. He is Grease Lightning. He is Grease Lightning with this on here. So, meanwhile, the Broncos have Melvin and Latavius. Is that how we say? Did I spell that right? Probably not.
Latavius?
Yeah, Latavius. Thank you very much. Jeez. The real thing, though, and I think the commission might appreciate me looking up some of the real stats with this, is the Broncos' abysmal points for and points against. Right now, they are currently last in the league for scoring points against another team. They just don't score points at all. It's difficult. That might change a little bit with any new quarterbacks they decide to bring in. The Broncos are also fourth in the league for points against them. So this might be a good time to pick up the Jets' defense and pick up a couple of players, maybe flex spots on the Jets. They might be able to fill in some spots with this one here. But yeah, no injuries on the defense for the Jets. That makes the defense in particular my big pickup with it there. So with that all set in motion with it there, I'm going to put a high amount of points right here. I have got, for this game here, I'm going to put, what did I have here? 11 points, $1 on the Jets. Jets. Boy, I wish I had my helmet somewhere, but I couldn't find that one at all with it. Kamish, what about you?
I still have 11 points on the Jets.
Ooh, great minds think alike. I like it. I like that I'm thinking like you. Grody?
One team has a quarterback that's throwing dimes and fucking moms. And I've got 10 points on that team.
Yes!
The New York Jets.
Yes! I love it. All right, Ice House?
I'm putting 9 on the Jets.
A landslide choice for the Jets.
I'm mostly taking the Jets because that defense has been playing outstanding.
They have.
This is true.
They really
that
have.
Defense, not to take anything away from them from the abysmal nature of the Green Bay Packers offense, but I mean that defense, just shut them down.
Completely shut them down.
And that's in Lambeau, riding that high. I think they're going to go into this game, and Denver itself has obviously a worse offense than Green Bay. So if that defense can continue making the plays that they've been making, there's not a chance in hell Denver has of winning that game.
Oh, do I completely agree with that one there? Yeah, excellent with that. Let's go down to the next one here. We got Kamish. Buffalo is unfortunately on bye, so the Kamish has chosen reluctantly to talk about a different team. We've got Baltimore versus Cleveland. Hit us up with some stats, Kamish.
It was a divisional matchup, and given the current standings where they're both vying for the top spot in the division, being that Baltimore is 3-3, Cleveland is only 2-4, and of course Cincinnati 3-3, and Pittsburgh 2-4. So very close division. Figured what the hell, go with this game. I was going to take the Monday night game just because you could do the Monday night stats and see historically how each team has fared. It's in Baltimore where they are 1-2. Cleveland is 1-1 on the road, so not a lot sample sizes. It's still early in the season, albeit Cleveland at home is currently 1-3. So if it was in Cleveland, I'd be more leaning towards more leaning towards Baltimore. Historically, the Baltimore Ravens lead this series 34-12. More recently, let's see, the last time they played was December 12th of last year. Cleveland won 24-22. The previous 4 games all went to Baltimore. In fact, in their last 10 matchups, what are we looking at? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're at 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, Ravens are 7-3 in their last 10 matchups, which I would have more on this, but I had to take the dog to the vet, and I didn't get home until 7, and got done with dinner at 7:30. As for points scored, points against, Baltimore's plus 17, Cleveland is minus 15, albeit Baltimore's 158 in the plus column, and Cleveland is 148. So Cleveland can score some points. This looks like it could potentially be a shootout. It is where's my pick 'em? It's a 3-point, no, it's just 6.5-point spread trending upwards. I don't know if I trust that. But, it's Cleveland. It's in Baltimore. It is. It's Cleveland. It's in Baltimore. The 71% of people are picking Baltimore. I've got 7 points on this game, and I'm going to go with Baltimore.
This is Apple Core, Baltimore for the commish. Grody, what do you got?
The last few games for the Ravens been pretty close, so I'm going to pick Cleveland, especially because it's a divisional game. So I think 6.5 is pretty high. I think if it goes a little bit higher, can more stick with them. I think if it goes lower, I'll pick Baltimore.
Ooh, going with Cleveland, huh? Like it. What's that? All right, Ice House. Ice House has turned invisible, or he is going to check on the maintenance of revision 26.5K. That is happening here. Ice House, where'd you go? Maybe he went to go get a beer or anything like that. I'll skip Ice House right now while he's going to take a poop. I am approaching this from a more, the division rivalry is definitely there. This is the team that, left Cleveland back in the 90s and set up shop in Baltimore, and all of Cleveland was really mad. So these two teams really the fans do not like each other. The teams have a rivalry that's definitely there. Cleveland just got kicked out of the playoffs for the MLB World Series, and I think that there is some room to give them some hope, and these Cleveland Browns are going to pull through and get a win against Baltimore. They've got the weapons. They've got an okay quarterback. They've got the weapons. Their defense has made a couple of questionable plays as of lately, but maybe there's some things that can come together with this. So I am going to go 7 points on Cleveland myself. Ice House, I went ahead of you there. What are your thoughts? We've got 7 points on Baltimore and 6-7 on Cleveland.
10 points Baltimore. It says 6.5 spread. That's a no-brainer. 10 points Baltimore.
10 points Baltimore with that. A no-brainer. Excellent. We come down to Grody on this one here. Grody, as his tradition right here, has chosen to talk about the Patriots against the Bears. Hey, give us some stats, Grody.
Yeah, as Joe was talking about, doing Monday night games and having Monday night stats. The Patriots are 28-27 on Monday night games. They're averaging about 24 points. They're allowing their opponents to score about 22. The Bears, on the other hand, are woeful, 36-43.
Wow.
They are averaging about 18 points per Monday night games and allowing their opponents to get 22. So knowing that they are allowing 4 more points on Monday nights, it's not looking good. The Bears' last Monday night win was back in 2019 against the Redskins. Other than that, they've lost the last 5 in a row. So unfortunately, right now, with the way that the Bears team looks, unless I hear about some offensive line shuffle, which is definitely needed, I've got to probably lean towards New England on this one. The Bears have also lost the last 5 meetings in a row against New England. And shockingly enough, they've only played a total of 14 games against each other. But yeah, right now I'm dropping a deuce on New England. Even though I know it's a 7.5-point spread, fortunately the Bears offensively they got to fix some things. They got to protect the kid, and they're not protecting him, and it's not good.
Agreed. Drops a deuce on the Patriots. You said you dropped a deuce on the Patriots. Is that what I hear? Bill Belichick's got a big old mess on his head.
Deuce on Bill Belichick.
Deuce on Bill Belichick. Boss, who are you dropping your deuce on?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't think you want to bet against Bill Belichick. Just so annoying. I hate to bet against the Bears, but I'm gonna take New England for 3.
Oh, he does. He not only does he drop a deuce, but he pees on his own deuce.
Man, I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, it's. And I have to say this.
I'm just gonna put 1 on New England. I don't even want to bet against this game, so I'm gonna be rooting for the Bears. It's just one on New England. I don't even care.
1 on New. He takes a pee on New England, is what he just does. Oh my. So the Bears. The Bears last week decided to come out with their orange helmets and orange jerseys for a Thursday night scrum against the Washington Commanders. So we had these pumpkin heads. That is what it looked like to me from afar. I'm wearing the orange, but I'm wearing the orange because my team is the Orange Peanut. And number 33, one of the best defensive players to ever play for the Bears, Peanut Tillman, master of the Peanut Punch. This is the reason I'm wearing orange. Otherwise, I like the tried and true navy blue. It was Thursday, and I just felt, I'm like, God, we have very poor offense against a team that has a very poor defense. And on top of that, I don't like the way that we look. And so, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like creamsicles.
They did look. That was in my thought the entire time.
No, that's reserved for those Tampa Bay Buck jerseys. It wasn't that orange.
Cheers, man. If we were doing round the horn, you would get 10 points for that one right there, Commish. Oh, my.
That's very true. That is very true.
Yeah.
I'm joining Grody in taking a deuce on Bill Belichick. Double deuce on Belichick for that one. Commish?
The triple deuce on New England.
Take
so
that.
It's not that I don't think the Bears are competing or can't compete in these games. They had a chance, and had there been a pass interference call, they could have potentially won against Washington. But I just, I don't think neither the offensive coordinator nor the head coach know what they're doing with this team right now. And I can't. It's not that I'm betting against them. I just don't trust them to be able to go out there and put forth a game plan that makes sense.
And I have this. I have the stats to back that up. So I looked this up earlier. I had to go back and find it. This is the craziest stat I've heard. So Justin Fields has 23 completions of passes over 10 yards or more. He has just 21 completed passes between 0 and 9 yards. When compared to Josh Allen has 85 completions between 0 and 9 yards and 45 completions from 10 yards or plus.
Wow.
The Bears are not moving the ball because they're not getting the ball out quick enough.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, between the Monday night games, I was hitting the under all time, this year. Smash the fucking under on this game.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
I
No
am,
kidding.
you know,
Yeah. Um, but let's go. Let's go under. That was some good stats on that one, Grody. Excellent work with that. So no one likes the Pats with that. We go down to Boss. You've got KC versus San Fran. What are your thoughts on this game here?
all right. So I got some stats.
Ooh.
San Francisco's averaging 25 and a half at home. KC is averaging a league best 34 points on the road. But San Fran in their last 11 games are 8-3 against the spread.
Hmm.
And KC in their last 6, which is the season, are 2-4 against the spread.
Can't cover the
I don't know.
spread.
I mean, those stats don't really mean it's like, okay, well, they just go against each other, basically. It's a, I think it's a 3. Is it still a 3? Or is it 3.5?
I got
Right
a
now it's a
tree.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, according to Yahoo, it's a 3. Let's see. DraftKings has it still at 3. Heard it moved to 3.5 here and there, so I don't know. Um, I think from what I've heard, Nick Bosa and Trent Williams are going to be back for San Fran, so that'll help their defense. But I don't know, man. I'm inclined to take KC because that's me, but I feel like this. And after losing the Bills, I feel like they would be like, "That's it, you know what? Fuck that." Oh, I'm just gonna go big on KC and go 11.
11 on KC.
Yeah.
He goes, I see that Charlie girl up over there, Commish. You can't hide that cute little dog from us.
This thing.
You're going big on KC, huh?
Oh,
It-
was it?
my question is, Icehouse, my question is that what your system said?
I don't have a system this week. The system is reverted back to let's start the fuck over and
We have a problem here.
pull shit out of our ass.
Well,
'Cause,
all right.
quite frankly, everything I've done before that is not work. So
KC is traveling, and they don't always hit where they're supposed to hit. They are going up against what is, in my opinion, a good defense. So I'm going to go 13 on San Fran is what I will be going with there. Commish?
Let's see. Yeah, San Francisco doesn't. San Francisco doesn't have the offense to keep up with these guys. I don't care how good their defense is. Patrick Mahomes has shown time and time again with him and his offensive coordinator that they can pick apart any defense they want. And the Bills' defense is much better, and they could have won that game. I got 10 points. I'm going Kansas City.
10 points, Kansas City. Grody.
Yeah, I've got 13 points on Kansas City.
13 on Kansas City. The Peanut stands alone. The Jack stands alone again. But I've got a couple of better reasons. The Denver Chargers game was really an honest-to-goodness shot in the dark. Excellent. Well, it comes back around to me. Raise your glasses up again. I want everyone to cheers to the best folks that I've ever played this sport with and best folks that I've ever run this show with. This goes to Icehouse, Commissioner and Grody, providing excellent stats and everything like that. And folks not listening to me to help you win your weeks better. I have chosen another game. My last game to talk about here with a little bit of some detail is the New Orleans Saints against, the Arizona Cardinals. So, a little bit of some history first. These teams first met in 1967. Saints currently lead with a 16-15 win score over Arizona. They are currently favored at home. Let's see. This is the Thursday night game, by the way. They are favored at home by 1.5 points in both ESPN and Yahoo right now. I want to pause a second. I'm going to share my screen with these folks here. These folks at home. Hopefully I'm sharing the correct one. Go live. I don't want to go live. How do I do this? Share my screen. Hang on here. I'm trying to do a thing. I may not be doing this right. No, I don't want to do this. Can I just share? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, can I stream? I don't want to stream. What is happening here? What? We're gonna go like this. This is happening somehow with it. Go live. Is that happening? Can you guys see the screen that I'm broadcasting right now?
It says watch stream.
It says watch
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good watch
Take a
stream.
lot of cues on that team.
Right. Look at the Saints depth chart. This is some damage, man. Like, we were laughing earlier that our friend Eric, who runs the team Scriptum, has a ton of cues. This is just ridiculous. I mean, they have so many people hurt right now. I mean, like, Jameis Winston is probably not coming back. He suffered a pretty bad set of injuries with there. Everyone's saying he's practicing in full, but let's be honest, he's not coming back. And now Andy Dalton's reporting with back injury problems and didn't report into practice just today. Taysom Hill is not a full running quarterback. I mean, he is, but at the same time, they certainly haven't used him as one. And your backup to this is someone by the name of Luton? Jake Luton? Anybody? No? Doesn't surprise me. So, I mean, yeah, you've got Bueller. They don't even have a freaking left guard. Everyone's injured on left guard. I don't know who they're going to bring in for this one here. The Saints offense just looks really hurt as of right now, with a lot of questionable folks in with this one. Kind of unbelievable with that. Let me stop the stream. How do I stop streaming with that there? Okay. So,
Done.
Yeah. So the Saints are just completely beaten up as of right now. And to top this off, Arizona is getting DeAndre Hopkins back. Now, you've got Kyler Murray signed this 5-year, $230 million deal. And he has looked poor for most of this year, especially in the first half of all the games that he's played. He has not helped his team score. The Cardinals has not scored a single point in the first quarter of any game this year. That's, as a fantasy football owner of this quarterback, at least in another league, that's hard to be able to watch someone just, like, not do a thing. And it's not like he's not trying. It's just he's got A.J. Green who keeps dropping the ball. He's got Hollywood who occasionally catches a couple of balls on there. But now that Hollywood is out, now we go back to, DeAndre Hopkins with this here. Maybe there's a chance with this one to improve that 46.6 quarterback rating that $230 million thing went out to get. But I can't believe it. Yeah, the New Orleans team is just, they're the new Skins right now. It's just a whole bag of cues is entirely what they are. So my thought is that Arizona is going to do a thing. Yet, this far into the season, as of right now, I've got it on record that as of right now, that the Saints allow the 29th fewest points per game. So their defense is stalwart, which is good, because I think they're really going to need it with it on here. They also, as of right now, with Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, been throwing for them at least every probably like 2/3 of plays, because the Saints have that wildcat offense where they're using double quarterbacks, which is, again, I think it's fun to watch. I don't always think it's an effective strategy, at least on paper, but it's been effective. They have scored currently the 4th most yards per game in terms of the amount of yardage that's covered both in passing and running backs. So they are doing something with this. The Saints are doing an awful big thing. I'm really tempted to take the Saints on this one just because I really think that the double quarterback thing is just fun to watch. But I've got to go with what I really think is about to happen with this here. And I honestly have to go with 12 points on wow. Kamish, your thoughts?
14 points on New Orleans.
14 max points on the Saints.
Wow!
My sound effects thing isn't working right now. We go down to Grody.
I got 14 points on the Cardinals.
No, 14 points on the Cardinals. Oh, split. Wow. This is pretty
I
epic.
think we need the sound effects. We just need you doing that.
Boy,
I
that's
got
actually.
the sound effects going. No.
That's
Oh,
oh my things aren't working. I'll try it here. Like oh,
No,
that's
we
not
can't.
the right one. No, they're not. I tried really hard to get them to work with that. Where is the? There we go. I mean, that's still not working with
Are
it.
you guys not hearing that?
What?
I
Hearing
heard
what?
yours, boss. I heard yours, boss. I didn't hear John's.
Oh,
Okay, it's like, John, don't worry. I'm fucking laying it down over here.
thank you, revision 26.5K. What does your revision say about Arizona Nowlands?
Max points Arizona.
Oh! Man, that's doing a thing with that one there. That's exciting. That is actually really exciting with that. We're gonna go from here to doing some quick picks. Is what we got here. Starting with Kamish, Atlanta going to Cincinnati.
8 on Atlanta.
8 on Atlanta. Grody.
Got 8 on the Bengals.
8 on the Bengals. Icehouse.
Take 8 on Cincy.
8 on the Cincy. I'll go 9 on Cincy myself. Going down to Grody. Grody, you get Dallas hosting Detroit. Thanksgiving Bowl.
I got 5 on Detroit.
5 on Detroit we got here. Icehouse.
2 on Dallas.
Drops a deuce on Dallas. You saved your deuce for Dallas. Unbelievable there. I'm going to go...
Actually, so.
I'm going to go 3 on Detroit. No, Dallas. 3 on Dallas. 3 on Dallas. No, 3 on Detroit.
That
I say
means number
Detroit.
3 is diarrhea.
3
so,
on
you know.
Detroit. I'm going 3 on Detroit. Kamish.
5 on Detroit.
5 on Detroit. I like it there. We come down to Icehouse. You have Tennessee against Indianapolis.
Oh my god. Indy just can't get anything together. 7 on Tennessee.
7 on. He says 7 on Tennessee. I say 9 on Long Lives the King. Kamish.
13 on Tennessee.
13 on Tennessee. Grody.
I got 11 on Tennessee.
11 on Tennessee. Read it there. I like it. Comes back up to me. I get Green Bay at Washington. Ugh. Ugh.
It sucks.
It's a big poopy game is what this is. I don't have a deuce to put on Green Bay, so I'm just going to pee on them with no. I had 1 point on Green Bay. I'm gonna do 4 points on Washington. That's what I'm gonna do with that. Kamish.
9 points on Green Bay.
Whoa, right there. Grody.
9 points on Green Bay.
9 points on Green Bay. Boss.
I'm gonna go 13 on Green Bay.
Oh my God.
If I'm
Wow.
wrong, it's gonna feel so good.
Wow. That's pretty good with that there.
I don't even care.
Comes over to Kamish. You get Tampa Bay at Carolina.
1 point on Carolina.
1 point on Carolina. Grody.
1 point on Carolina.
1 point on Carolina. Icehouse.
I'll take 4 on Tampa.
4 on Tampa. All right, 4 on Tampa Bay. I'm going to do 1 point on not Tom Brady. Tom Brady, you're a horrible person, and I hate you. Well, 1 point on Carolina for that. Going down to Grody with this here. Grody, you get Jacksonville hosting the G-Men.
Got 12 on Jacksonville.
12 on Jacksonville. Wow. Icehouse.
Hmm.
What does the system
Yeah, I
say?
think Jacksonville's going to win this one.
Oh,
10-12 on Jacksonville.
oh, I have faith. I have faith in Charles Barkley's brother. 5 points on Charles Barkley's brother. Saquon. Commish.
I got 12 points on the G-men.
12 on the G-men. Yeah. Coming down to there. Ice House. You've got Dave Wojo against Houston.
All right. Give me. Jesus Christ, this is a shit show. Give me Vegas for 6.
Actually, can we say that most of these games, like, why did they have to put all the good teams on bye, right? A lot of these games are just like Denver and the Jets. Like, who cares? Like, really, it's just such a poopy thing. There's so many. The commission said it in text messages earlier. There's just really not that many fun games to talk about here.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There's some zingers there.
Yeah. What do you put for Vegas, Houston?
6.
6 on. What do you
Vegas.
put? 6 on Vegas there.
6 on Dave.
6 on Dave.
Vegas.
I'll go 6 on Dave. I can't. No, I don't want 6. I actually have a 6. All right, 6 on Dave. There we go. Commish?
I got 4 on Vegas.
4 on Vegas. There we go. And Grody?
Yeah, I got 4 on Vegas as
4
well.
on Vegas as well with that. Comes up to me. The Los Angeles Chargers hosting Seattle. The Chargers are just falling apart. And Geno Smith Pizza is, I want Geno Smith Pizza for 10 points. Commish?
6 points on Seattle.
6 points on Seattle. Yeah, Grody.
I got 7 points on Seattle.
And then 7 points on Seattle. Boss.
Gotta take Seattle. Quick story. Everyone in the betting realm is raging. DraftKings had a special yesterday. It's, basically it's like, it's essentially a free bet. Now they maxed it out depending on how well how high you wager. They limited your bet. All the bet was basically it's like plus 100, so even money. $10 wins 20. You just needed Herbert to get 1 touchdown pass.
Uh-huh.
Which he did not get.
No.
And everybody in the betting community is just raging about that.
Oh, God. That's no good.
That was actually the most. Justin Herbert set the record for most pass attempts yesterday without a touchdown pass.
Oh, God. Yeah.
It's like, congratulations, jackass. You threw like 52 times, I think.
Yeah.
Without completing a touchdown. That's impressive.
That is impressive with it. The Chargers are pretty much the Browns of the West in many ways. There's just, when you want a record broken, like not a record you really want to break, they're the other ones to do it.
It was, it's what it is. Anyway. Go on, sorry.
No, you're fine with that one there. That's a good bet. It's a good story with that there. We come down to the last game, Commish. You've got Miami hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I got 3 points on Pittsburgh.
3 points on Pittsburgh. Grody?
I got 3 points on Miami.
3 points on Miami. Nice house.
I'm taking 3 on Pittsburgh.
You're taking 3 on Pittsburgh. And that really just isn't enough for someone who's got Miles Jack on the team. Max points on Miles Jack. It won me last week. Maybe it'll do it again. Yes! I didn't get the boom, 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 boom.
It's like, should I find the button? I don't know. I mean, is Miles Jack worth the button anymore?
I appreciate your the system's judgment on that one with it there. Make sure you hit save for your picks with that one there. Folks, it's been a pleasure. We are the Duff Pick'em All-Stars. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think about us at home with this here and everything like that. Write in. So next subscriber gets a hat. Let us know what you think. And, folks, we will see you around on the next one, folks. See you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah, they would know that if you posted week 6.
This is true. I'll get that down.